Content warning. The following episode contains instances of gun violence, suicide, and implied sibling abuse. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Daniel's Dread Tales. I'm your host, Daniel. Is that my title? Host? Host doesn't seem horrifying enough. I'm your ghost host? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Anyway, this week we wrap up our first game with our final episode of The Dance in the Blood. With our newly discovered siblings now dealing with bizarre medical mysteries and signs that this maybe has all happened before, will they be able to make it out alive with their sanity intact? Probably not. It's a Cthulhu game. That the chances are pretty low. Welcome back, guys. No, it's been a little bit since we last played. Do you remember what was going on?
Professor Oak, Brock, and Misty were on their way from Pallet Town.
No, wrong thing that you were doing. Although we should maybe play a Pokemon game sometime.
A Pokemon on the Horror podcast?
Yeah, there's ghost Pokemon.
There are ghost Pokemon that used to be children.
Dibs on Faloom.
I'm also intrigued by your which one of you is which on that assessment.
But speaking from experience, every Pokemon tabletop RPG is rough in different ways. So have fun.
Yeah, they have yet to find a perfect one. Though there's a couple of good podcasts out there. Anyway, so we're in the town of Manistee. Why are we in this little town of Manistee? Does somebody want to say?
We're all related, and we just found out.
We all came here for different reasons, and then we discovered that we're all related, and now we're having horrible nightmares about a mysterious ritual, which our doctor is weirdly into.
It just seems like a good time.
Correction. Dr. Laws and Helen are related. I am not related to these two. I'm just putting this one on the books.
Oh, right, you're in denial. Okay. I forgot.
I'm not in denial. I'm right.
Nah, the music tells me otherwise.
And has any sort of weird supernatural stuff been happening while you've been looking for this?
Well, now that you mention it, pretty normal, right?
Pretty normal?
Oh, yeah.
Except for the part where your fucking brother is a zombie now.
We're seeing him getting treated.
Okay, well, when you're having a bad time, you can just maybe listen to some music on the radio, right? Sort of relax.
Oh yeah, we only hear static and background voices. That's fun. Also, we found this horrifying note of a fairy tale that involves monsters in a school because we were investigating a school.
So it seems like you guys remember what's going on a little bit. Just gotta maybe figure this out.
I remember I discovered a clue for us, but I don't remember what. Oh yeah, I found out where the mysterious stone thing we've all been seeing in our dreams is.
I do remember taking the brother to the hospital, and we left that island, and we had no reason to go back.
To be clear, it's not an island. It's just the other side of the lake.
Lake, island, same place.
A lake and an island seem almost like the opposite of each other. Well, I think after you've had your lovely night's sleep, and it's definitely peaceful. No, it's pretty nightmarish. Let's maybe officially get into this then. And I know you may say that there's a reason why you wouldn't want to look into this, but I would encourage you to check your drives that your characters have, which are the things that keep motivating you to look into these things, even when it would maybe make sense for you to just fucking leave.
I'm thirsty for knowledge and extramarital affairs.
I love how you've added this extramarital affairs section to your character. I mean, not really. I guess it's technically there. It was in the intro I gave you, but you're really leaning into it.
Yeah, Helen just really wants to get a really gnarly painting out of this. So the creepier this shit gets, the more she can work with.
I guess it's my duty to find out all wrongdoing that's happening on the island, or the other side of the lake.
You know, to kind of figure out what's going on. Because, you know, look, any Lovecraft character, often the choice that really should be taken is be like, cool, wipe my hands of this. I'm gonna leave. But we can't do that. It would be a boring show. So, let's hop back into it. I believe that you were probably staying in the hotel back on the east side of the lake, where you'd been staying before in Keswick.
In the interim, I've actually read an audiobook, and it's pronounced Chesick.
Is it pronounced Chesick? Oh. Well, I believe you. Keswick is Chesick?
Something like that. It was a while ago now.
Okay. I believe you. Cool. Chesick.
Also, these are real places.
No, yeah, I know these are real places. Yeah. And they're in the Lake District. I don't know if Manistee is real, but Chesick is.
It is.
Is Manistee real?
Yeah.
I did not know these were real places. That's cool.
After a night of upsetting dreams that are, at this point, so full of static and whispers that you can't quite even tell what's going on, you all just feel yourselves underneath the earth. You wake up to another gloomy day in the Lake District. What would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I'd like to check my pulse. Last I recall, it was starting to slow down a bit.
Oh, no, your pulse is fine. It's actually, no. Huh. Weird. Barely have a pulse.
That's okay. Medical science still hasn't figured out the reason for pulse.
An excellent doctor, as always. I think that's going to be our first stability test. Potential loss of 4. Difficulty 3.
All right, I forget how this works.
I have also completely forgotten how stability tests work.
Okay. So, you roll 1d6, and you're going to use your stability for that. Now, that's only if you want to... You can spend your stability points to increase your rating. If you succeed, you will not lose any stability outside of any points that you might have spent. If you fail...
Looks like I'm already down to 0.
Yes, you're already down to 0. But don't worry, you could get all the way down to negative, 14 before you go permanently mad.
So I rolled a 2.
Okay, you rolled a 2. So that means you're going to lose 4 stability. I will say, the one way that you could get stability back is if you explicitly act within your drive, in which case you can get 2 pool points of stability back. So if you explicitly are calling out I'm doing that because of one of your drives, you can get a bonus there. But if you are at 0 or up to -5, you are shaken, which means most of your rolls are going to get +1 difficulty if you're getting into a combat. But why would we get into a combat? That would be ridiculous. There's nothing really to fight. We're just looking at some stuff. Yeah. So you take your pulse, and it doesn't feel like you have much of a pulse, which is odd. Your skin feels weird, too. Anything else you'd like to do this morning, Doctor, as you're coming down? What's your morning look like today?
Oh, I'm gonna go meet up with my siblings and have them check my pulse. Hey guys, look at this.
Oh, God. Well, I don't know if they've gotten up or not. What are we doing, other guys?
Helen does what she does every morning. Gets herself up, packs up canvas and paint supplies, and then goes out to face the day.
Great. You guys want to get breakfast down in the restaurant in the hotel you're in, or?
Breakfast sounds great. In real life, I'm actually a little hungry. I should probably eat something soon.
Well, you'll be driven mad soon enough, and then we can eat some food.
Where we're going, we don't need breakfast to see.
Cool.
And how about you, Jonesy? Oh, where did you sleep last night, Jonesy?
Oh, since we're on the other side of the lake, I just went to go to the same little hammock lean-to or whatever. I can't remember, the shack of Mrs. Travis. I slept, got up, did my gentleman thing where I took some flowers that she was growing, put them on the porch, walked my way over to the bar to say hello to everyone that I been working with.
And how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling all right. A little weird things happen.
Can we have a stability test? I mean, not a roll, just where are you at in terms of stability?
I'm at 3 stability. Yeah, he's a little kind of like, there's a little strange things going on, but you know, it's the other side of England, so.
Well, you guys can meet up in the little restaurant in the inn there, and you could check in with each other this morning. It sounds like the doctor was showing off his pulse, I think.
But look, it's so slow. Have you ever seen a pulse this slow?
I politely ask you to stop showing that off, please.
Does that make you at all want to check your pulse?
I acknowledge the problem. I acknowledge that fact.
You're good? Yeah.
No, I'm good. In an active effort to not drive herself crazy, Helen chooses not to check her own pulse.
You hear the telephone ring behind the one of the desks there, and you hear somebody yell, I guess that wasn't a yell, it's more of a grumble, as they're sort of talking on the phone. Somebody is, again, back to reading their book. They got the morning shift today. They don't want to talk to you, as they are finishing up Murder on the Orient Express. And sort of looks over and says, hey, Laws, Dr. Laws, is that you?
That's my name.
All right. Call for you from the hospital. And he,
this is probably about my brother, Jeffrey.
I don't care. He says as he sets the phone down and walks back.
Hello, this is Dr. Michael Laws. I'm married and it still counts.
Ahoy, Dr. Laws. I just wanted to check in with you. Did you get, has your brother come to see you?
No, I left him in your care. Has something happened?
Yes, well, he seems to have, escaped. Escaped is a little much. It's not like we locked him in, but, he has left. And, we thought maybe that he had gone to see you, but is that, I guess not. Huh.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure he'll turn up. We've got something important to do later.
Okay, well, his condition seemed very serious, and he was rather manic in the evening, screaming about something. Please have him return if he's able. Although you are the doctor, so I suppose that, well, we'll look around here. Have a lovely day, Dr. Laws.
And you as well. Well, it seems Jeffrey's escaped.
What?
How was he able to move? He was barely able to, speak.
That is true. That is a little bit odd. He seemed almost catatonic, except for when he was freaking out. Oh boy. Well, I don't know what to tell you. He's gone missing, though.
Oh, that Jeffrey. He's always been pretty good at squirming out of his bonds.
Where would he have gone? He's done this before?
Oh, yes. Games we used to play as children. I'd tie him up and he would escape and, that sort of thing.
Why was he tied up? And why were you playing escape games?
Helen, what do you think about all this?
I think you're a sociopath.
What is that word?
I do prefer to take the social path.
Yeah, he seems the social type, Helen. I guess you are. He is a sociopath. Good word. Does that make me also a sociopath?
You can be anything you set your mind to.
I'll leave it be. Anyway.
Well, interesting you say that. So, Jonesy, you saying that might make you a sociopath, that would imply that these people are your siblings.
No. Excuse me. Voice in my head. No, that does not make me the same as them. I'm just saying I'm very sociable and I take the correct path as a proper gentleman.
Sure. Okay. Well, what would you like to do today?
Well, it is a duty to these people that I have met and had a great time with, and I do owe a debt to. It is my duty to go help find where this brother is. Good doctor, do you know where he might have gone? Or does he do anything that seems that would be close?
Well, he did turn up over there in Cheswick. Maybe he went back there.
You're in Cheswick.
Wait, what? Oh no, Manistee. He did turn up in Manistee. Maybe he's over there again.
How would he get there if the ferry hasn't left yet? Helen, please talk to him.
In theory, you could walk around the lake.
There's a road as well.
It's possible he went to that site that I discovered, that I learned about. The one that we've been seeing in our dreams.
Well, I'm for checking that out.
Perhaps we should take the ferry, then.
I will go with you to see what you guys have been dreaming. Yes.
Let us away.
All right, so who's paying for my fee?
Oh, I've got this. The ferry's cheap.
All right, perfect. Let me just get a drink for the road. Barkeep, gin and tonic.
Yeah, sure.
I forget what I was drinking, but it was mispronounced.
A brander.
Brander. Yes, I'll take a brander for the road as well.
I think I said scotch for my choice.
Fine. There you go.
My favorite morning drinking.
A wonderful way to shrug off the chill of the brisk English countryside.
Yeah, it's very overcast today. There's not much sun. And it's a Saturday, so not too many people are out doing much. The ferry is pretty empty, especially if you're catching one of the earlier ones. As you're heading over and you're looking over at Manistee, you don't see anything in particular, though you do hear the radio static on as you continue to head over. Again, it seems all radios are just emitting static everywhere you go. And as you get off the boat, you start to hear something different. There's a strange drifting tune, like notes in the radio static. It seems to be calling to you a little bit, but regardless, you can't stop hearing it. And it seems to be coming from the old schoolhouse. Well, there's music coming from the old schoolhouse.
Cocomelon.
I don't want to go back to the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, hey, someone called me a bum in front of that building. How about we just don't go there? I'm a gentleman, not a bum.
Well, I'll go check it out. Nobody's gonna mistake me for a bum.
Oh, so we want to split up.
I can't have you go by yourself. Well, let's just go.
Because you can split up if you'd like.
I'd like not to. I am a firm believer in safety in numbers, and we are very unsafe.
Oh, sister, safety is just an illusion.
What the fuck is your problem?
I think he's always been like this, though.
I mean, he hit 0 sanity, I guess. Or, excuse me, stability. As you get closer, the tune grows more insistent. The rhythm is pounding, and the pitch is writhing. You feel it almost sounds like a heartbeat, but an irregular one, like that of a dying man. And from the gate of the school, you look, and you see that there are 2 little girls dancing in the schoolyard in front of the door.
Fuck that.
The dance. You know this dance. Or at least 2 of you do. It's the one from your dream. The one that was being done in the circle. With holding your arms out, leaping and whirling in bizarre patterns. And they're dancing around a dark, bloody shape on the ground.
Hey girls, what's that misshapen lump you're dancing around?
Difficulty 5 stability test.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, okay. Difficulty 3, loss of 5 stability test. Oh, was that a roll? Oh, okay. Dr. Laws, roll the 2. Okay, that's 5 down for you.
Oh. Helen's still hanging in there.
You could spend into the negatives.
I have 1 stability, so I'm probably not going to be using any of my stability points anytime soon.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna use one of my stability points.
Okay, make your roll.
We passed, right?
It's difficulty 4.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
Did I? I did say 3, didn't I? Oh, well, for some reason it was a very easy test. Fine. It should have been 4. But I said 3, and I'm a man of my word. It seems to be a pig on the ground. It has been cut. Its throat and shoulders and calves have been cut open with what looks like a bread knife.
A bread knife?
Yes. And the girls are dancing around, and their night dresses appear black. Some of that is the dirt from around here, but as you inspect it closer, it seems to be congealed blood. There is a radio right next to them, which is playing the music.
Oh, is that why this adventure is called Dance in the Blood?
Kind of.
So what does -9 stability mean?
Your mind is now blasted. You permanently lose 1 from your overall stability rating. And besides that, no real effects have happened, unless we start fighting, in which case there will be some other effects.
All right. Well, I'm still going to dance around this pig.
Oh, you're going to join the dance.
Why?
He did dance with those kids earlier, Helen.
He did dance with the kids earlier. Fuck.
Of course. It's a real funky dance, and all the kids are doing it.
So, one thing that I want to point out, Helen, I think that pig belonged to that farmer. We can't be here if he sees that. He'll blame us. Either we have to go report this to the farmer.
No, get the farmer. He can join the dance.
Or we gotta turn off that radio and get the doctor to stop dancing.
I'm punting the radio. I kick the fucking radio.
You just kick the radio. All right. The girls sort of wake up as if from a trance a little bit. And they begin to cry. And they both are mostly looking at the doctor, actually, and saying, "Why is he dead? Why is he dead? He's supposed to wake up. The dance wakes him up. He's supposed to sink into the ground, and then he'll live forever like in our dreams."
So, Jonesy just walks up and goes, when you bury things, and it's not a plant, they don't come back. What do you mean he comes back when you bury it?
No, we don't need to. He just goes down. He goes into the ground. And then he lives forever in the ground once he sinks into it.
Is anyone here religious? So you want to explain, I guess, that?
Yeah. If you'd like, you could use one of your abilities as well to sort of investigate what's going on here. They are really losing their minds. They are like getting hysterical.
Are these the 2 same little girls?
These are the 2 little girls that are perhaps your half-siblings.
I think we should take them home.
It's a shot in the dark, but does my knowledge of art history give me some insight into this weird sinking resurrective dance?
Not really. If you would like, you could make a spend to maybe have an idea of it.
You know what? I'll do that, because I haven't been really burning my points at all, and...
So you could spend a point of art history to know a little bit about it, but besides that, yeah.
This seems as good a time as any.
As you're looking at it, it reminds you of no real dance you have ever performed or learned about or ever seen, but it reminding you a little bit of the medieval dancing plagues in England, where villagers would dance uncontrollably non-stop until they would die of exhaustion. That's what it's reminding you of. The church at the time denounced it as a pagan ritual of death and rebirth, and that these all of these people that were dancing were possessed. Real thing. Dancing plagues, by the way. Check your history books. Yeah.
The one I know about was in France.
Yeah, it happened. They happened a lot in France, but they happened all over medieval Europe. Dancing plagues. But it's reminding you of that.
Oh, I've just noticed that I've got reassurance on my sheet. I've got an idea to reassure these children.
Of what are you going to do?
Don't worry, children. The pig will be fine. There are plenty of things you can put in the earth, and they come out fine. Worms, gophers, siblings.
Okay.
You are terrible at this.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean by siblings? Dr. Laws?
They are calming down a little bit. Did you want to bring them back to their mother?
That's a good idea.
If we run into the farmer, I would like to say, hey, found your pig. It's dead.
You don't see the farmer while you're walking. You could deliberately look for him if you'd like, but you don't see him. It's a pretty cold morning. Not many people are getting out of bed just yet.
Yeah, if I don't see him, I'm not going to bring it up.
No need to push our luck. We're already running out of it as is.
Yeah, you could bring them back to Mary. And she is distraught seeing what is going on here. And sort of hustles the girls inside. It's like, girls, please get changed. All this disgusting mud on your dresses. I was worried sick about you. Thank you so much for finding them. I guess family looks after family. Come on in. Girls, wash up. What happened? What were they doing?
You're really not going to like the answer to that question.
I don't, that's very ominous.
So, we found them dancing to a song on the radio around a pig carcass.
Her face sinks when you say that. She sort of puts her hand over her mouth and sits down and seems to not know what to say.
I know they are a dancing group of kids, but does this happen often?
She seems unwilling to say anything at the moment, outside of maybe if you have a skill you could use.
Oh, I do have reassurance. Yeah, I'll just spend all my reassurance of 2.
Well, you don't need to spend it. Again, with your investigative skills, you could just say you're going to use it. To spend is to get a huge thing. Just to reassure somebody a little bit would be okay. Although actually, I take it back. She's really having a rough one, so you might need to somebody should make an interpersonal spend of some sort.
Credit rating is an interpersonal spend.
Slides you a 20. Hey, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so who's spending it? Sorry.
I am not. That was out of character.
Yeah, I'll just spend my 2 reassurance.
Okay, so you're able to... How do you comfort her? How do you reassure her?
So I just sit down and I take off my hat and put my cane down and dust off my stuff and make myself as fancy as possible. And excuse me, but I know you're stressed out and the world feels like it's overwhelming, but there are people, especially us, your 2 siblings over there, and I point to Helen and Dr. Laws and be like, they care for you, and I'm here, a gentleman and a man of his word, to help you out if you just tell us what's going on and what has you in fear. We can get to the bottom of it and maybe try to figure this out.
This isn't the first time they've done this. Two years ago, they killed our dog and danced around it, and they were disappointed it didn't come back to life.
Well, 3rd time's the charm.
Shut up.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. And so Jonesy's gonna stand up and look at Helen and just point to sit next down to your sister and just comfort her while Jonesy kind of walks outside and has a moment.
For the record, this would not be your sister. This would be your stepsister. Or I guess this would be your stepmother? Because it's your father's new wife, so...
Well, it's their stepmom, okay? Yeah, it's their stepmom.
Oh, right, yes, yes. We are holding on to the denial aspect here.
Oh, I passed that test. Don't know what you're talking about.
Do you go sit next to her?
Yes.
When you left, I started looking around through some of Jack's old things, and I found something that I don't know if you could do anything with this, but
I understand. And
he left a journal, or actually he ripped up the pages of his journals, but I found some remains. I think I know where he went. Jack's family, they own a house just on a ridge above the town on the Maiden Moor. They called it the Maiden House. Nobody's used it for years, I don't think, but that might be a place you could look. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm so worried about the girls.
Helen pats her reassuringly. Don't worry. We're going to do everything we can to try and bring this to an end.
That's what I'm afraid of. Dr. Laws, what are you doing during all of this? Besides saying terrifying, creepy things.
Making tea.
Oh, you're just making tea?
In somebody else's kitchen?
They're family.
Just making yourself at home?
Well, it is England. Someone's got to make the tea.
Duly noted. Stiff upper lip and all that. Okay. What would you like to do now?
Well, I'm driven to go check out this house by my thirst for knowledge.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll give you 2-point stability restoration on that.
Well, would you look at that?
Who knows? Maybe it'll give me something nice to paint. And by nice, I mean horrible. Either way, I want to see it. I mean, I don't, but the creative spark demands it.
All right. You know what? 2 stability points.
Oh, sweet.
You only get that once per session, but...
Hey, I'll take it.
You can't just be like, I want to paint that, and just get all your stability back all the time.
Like, I feel like we're maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like we're moving into the end game. So if there was ever a point where we're going to, get something nice for Helen to paint, it's soon. I'm sorry, did I say nice? I still meant horrible.
How about you, Jonesy? You down with the plan?
So Jonesy comes back and his face is kind of pale and just goes, "Oh man, this is rough." Oh, anyways, stiff upper lip and all that. And he just asks Dr. Laws and Helen, "So what's the plan?"
Well, apparently Jack owned a home, good ways off. Called it the Maiden House. She thinks that's where he's gone. That's where he went. Maybe that's where Dr. Law's brother went. Maybe that's where we can end all this. I don't know, but it's worth a try, right?
I like the phrase to get to the bottom of this, not to end all this. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Oh, we're certainly going to be going down.
To Jack's house. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. See, Dr. Laws knows what he's up. All right, well, I guess lead the way. I don't know where this is at. Did she tell you?
She sketched out some basic directions. It's gonna be a bit of a walk.
Well, we've been doing a lot of that lately.
Especially because you don't have a car or anything, but...
Okay.
If you're dedicated to... I'm sorry, I was talking over you there, but if you're dedicated to making this walk, you could go for it.
So, as a gentleman, are there any cars around that might be not in use right now?
Oh my fucking god.
Well, so even if you had a car, it's kind of, there's not really a road to where you're going. It's just north into the moors.
What about roller skates? Are there roller skates?
But there's not a car in use. Is there like a rugged truck around that's not in use? It looks like it can be borrowed and returned with no issues.
Fascinating. Yeah, I think you can, the farmer has a truck.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ask the farmer.
I do, no, This is a bad idea.
So do we know where that farmer is?
Yeah, he lives, just right across the street from the schoolhouse.
Okay, so let's go visit the farm real quick. Trust me, Helen, I know what I'm doing. It's a gentlemanly thing to do to make sure a lady like yourself does not walk a long distance.
You get down there, and you see the farmer's truck is there, but the farmer's not. He must be working somewhere.
Can I use 3 points of my stealth just to kind of do a quick walk around of the farm to see if the farmer's there?
Okay, so the stealth is going to be a stealth check, difficulty 4. So if you spend 3 points, you will succeed automatically, because you will roll at least a 1.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna spend the 3 points.
You're able to sneak around. The farmer's not going to see you.
I just want to do a quick perimeter. Do I see the farmer and everything like that before I come back?
No. He must be doing something. You hear the pigs nearby, but you don't hear him.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Helen, quick, write a note saying, "We'll be back soon." Okay.
This is insane, she says as she does exactly that.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna use 4 points of my mechanical repair, if this works, to essentially take the truck.
Oh, you only need to spend 3.
All right, yeah.
Because you would roll a 1, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm using 3 points.
Okay. Do any of you know how to drive?
I have 10.
I have no points in driving.
All right, so I know how to get in these things. I just do not know how to drive these things. Does anyone know?
It's a useful combination of skills. Yes, I can drive it.
All right, perfect. So, yeah, Jonesy just gets in there. You hear a little rumbling and him kind of like cussing real quick, and then you hear the rumble of the engine. I'm like, okay, get in quick, and we're out.
I will, of course, turn on the radio.
Yeah. You notice that while you're going, you're hearing the exact same thing on every station.
Helen immediately turns it off.
Turns it back off.
Yeah, we're turning that off.
Okay. So like I said, there's not really a road to where you're going. In fact, the terrain is pretty rough. You're going to need to make a difficulty 4 driving test.
I will spend 2 points.
You want there to be a chance you fail?
Always.
Oh, boy.
And there it is.
Well, no, you rolled a 3 plus your 2 points. So, yeah, you spent 2 points, so that's a 5.
Oh, right. Okay, we're good.
It takes a while for you to get there, but you do get there. It's in it was like 2 o'clock by the time you get there. It's in the afternoon. As you are approaching, though, you see it on a hill. Do you just drive the car straight up? You do see that the windows are shuttered as you are approaching it. There's no footpath or anything like that. Are you going to try to sneak up to it, or are you just going to drive up to it?
What do you think, siblings? Drive up or sneak up?
Just to be on the safe side that we're not seeing with the truck that we borrowed, why don't we park it here and then put "we'll be back soon" and put that note on the dashboard, or whatever we call it, and we walk up to the house. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sure.
Yeah, I vote sneak too.
I'll let one of you write the note.
Yeah, Helen, you have more paper.
Oh my god. Helen pretends to write the note.
There's a lot of movement. I don't hear any scribbling.
You must be going deaf. Anyway.
Probably. All right.
Well, if you want to approach the cabin stealthily, difficulty 6 stealth roll.
Yeah, Helen doesn't have any points in stealth, so,
Now, I have nothing in there.
Yeah, you could also just roll and see what happens.
What was the difficulty on that?
6.
Oh, I'm great at rolling 6s.
If you would like, you could do a group activity where one person rolls and everybody else has to... Oh, you need to spend a point that you guys don't have any points in stealth.
Oh, I have a point in stealth.
You have a point in stealth?
Yeah.
How about Dr. Laws and Helen?
Nothing.
nope.
Oh, well then never mind. You just gotta roll.
Yeah, we can't even do the other option, so we're good. Well, I'm good. Turns out, very good at prowling.
I can't believe you just rolled a 6.
I did the opposite of rolling a 6.
You rolled a 1. And Jonesy, you got a 5. You didn't spend any points though, did you?
No points.
Okay. Well, Dr. Laws is unheard, but you two are heard as you approach the thing.
It's like you guys have never done this before.
Oh my... So, the one person who we genuinely cannot trust in the mental state he is in is the guy who managed to actually, sneak up on the house.
Yes. The windows are shuttered, and the door is there.
The porch seems it doesn't seem like anyone's been on it for a little while. And there's a door.
Jonesy, it definitely knows how to look for trouble because he's got to report it to all the police. Can I use sense trouble?
Buddy, we're deep in trouble town. But yeah, you could roll sense trouble. Difficulty 4 sense trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 3 points, and that makes me automatically pass. Do my hobo senses tingle?
There does not, at least from you listening or whatever, there does not appear to be anyone inside.
Okay, perfect.
The door is unlocked, so you were able to sneak in.
All right, Dr. Loss, you go first.
Oh, absolutely. I'll sneak in.
Inside, the thing you notice first is the smell of dust and wood. Some other sort of faint odor as well. You're not quite sure what it is. It smells a little bit like bile.
Just the way I like it.
I hate everything about this.
The floorboards are creaking loudly, or they might, except for the doctor's stealth. The other two, not so much. And the main room, this might have been sort of like a living room or something at one point, but for now, there's just papers and books scattered all over the place. There is a portable gas cooker, is sort of sitting idle in a corner. There's a mirror hanging on the wall, a desk with a radio on it, and some stairs that go upstairs.
How recent does all the research material and stuff look?
It's covered in dust. It might have been years.
So Jonesy clocks the radio, looks at Dr. Laws, looks back at the radio, and kind of hurriedly moves over to make sure that Dr. Laws does not touch that radio. So is it plugged in? Is it looks like it's in disuse or anything like that?
It's plugged in and it's on.
What?
Yeah, I'm unplugging that bad boy.
Was it making any noise?
It wasn't. But you unplug it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to gauge what skill one would use to sort through this nightmarish mess on the ground to figure out what he was doing. Maybe library use? That's a stretch.
Sort of. I will maybe... Yeah, I think you could sort through the papers with library use. As you start going through, it's going to take a little while for you to go through all the papers before you can find anything. So we'll check with the other folks first and see what they would like to do.
Oh, I think I'm going to leave these two to search here while I investigate the rest of the house.
You go upstairs. One room seems to be just, I guess I'd call it like a box room. It's just full of crates. And another one of the rooms on the right is a bedroom. And as you peek inside, it seems like it's an unused bedroom. But there's something sitting on the windowsill that catches your eye.
Oh, I gotta check that bad boy out.
It's a knife. It's like a ceremonial sacrificial knife.
He's the one who found the knife?
You recognize it.
Oh, this is intriguing.
You've held this before. You remember holding this in your dreams.
Well, I'm just gonna put this in my bag for later.
And what about you, Jonesy?
I think Jonesy was already spooked with the radio that was on, and so he kind of just been following Helen. And before he realizes, where did Dr. Laws go? Helen, did you know where he went?
He's gone? Oh shit.
All right, we gotta go find him.
Well, I'm making progress through here. Can you track him down?
Yeah, I'll go look for him.
Static starts to blare out of the radio.
The one we unplugged?
Yeah.
Helen takes a brief moment to stand up, go over to the radio, stomp it to the ground, and then go back to what she was doing.
You also realize there's no electricity in here. There's not been electricity for a while, so it being plugged in was not really a thing. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Is that his brother?
Thomas? Helen? Michael? It's not a voice you've heard before. Or is it a voice you've heard before? Sounds so familiar somehow.
If we don't say anything, pretend like we're not here, they won't find us. Helen, we gotta go find Laws. Let's just go find him. Just keep going. Keep going.
Please. I'm so glad you're here. It's perfect. It's all as it needs to be.
Shh. Let's just go find Laws.
Make difficulty 4 stability tests. Loss of 7.
I am definitely burning a point for that.
I'm not in the room. Am I good?
I think the radio's pretty loud, but I guess you're good for now.
Cool.
How many points of stability can we burn for any given check?
As many as you want.
Okay, I'm burning 2 points for this. Of course, if I fail this, then I'm getting negative 6, if my math is right.
Yeah, look, you're fine until you hit negative 14.
Okay, I survived.
Yeah, I'll burn 2.
Jonesy barely survived.
It's upsetting, but you're okay.
We gotta go find Dr. Laws. Just go. We gotta leave.
Please. You're running out of time. Your brother's in trouble. He needs your help.
That's your brother.
God damn it. Yeah, we should definitely... Have I picked up anything about what he was researching yet, though?
A little bit. You notice there were sketches. There was art that you were noticing. Your eye was drawn to that in particular. And there are lots of monsters. Worm-like monsters with arms. Perhaps those are himself or what he believes himself to be. But you notice that each one, as you're looking at them more and more, there's sort of a dark line near the bottom of each one of these worm creatures that he sketched. You thought it was shading, maybe at first, but you realize it's like a cord or a tentacle or a root. Every single one seems to be connected to something deeper beneath the earth. Some larger, terrible creature that all of these worm-like creatures are connected to. So just that's one of the things you've noticed.
It is time to go. It is time to go right now.
Wouldn't want to meet whatever mother birthed that abomination.
So you're still upstairs. The radio is getting louder and louder. Please, listen to me. It's your destiny.
Yeah, no, my destiny is to get rich, die in the bosom of luxury, and be happy. We're leaving. Dr. Laws?
You can't escape it. You need not fear it. I feared it once, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll come down the stairs at this point.
You hear the radio talking to you.
Oh, who's this?
Oh my god.
Who's there? Who's talking?
If I had to guess, that would be our father. Through the radio, talking to us. Somehow, we should leave.
Yes, it's me. It's Jack.
Oh, how are you doing that?
Your father. I found a way. The science that we simply didn't understand. I built a transmitter. We used air pressure running through the rock. More powerful than electricity. I'm projecting this onto all the wireless frequencies so I can talk to you.
Fascinating.
Isn't it?
But no, none of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. If that's, then why can nobody else hear it? And how can he hear what we're saying? We have to get out of here.
Ooh, Helen raises a good point here, Jack. What do you have to say for yourself?
Helen, while you're talking all of this, you, as you're maybe gesturing to leave towards the door, you look at your hand, and you notice the skin on your hand seems loose. It seems to be like splitting apart. And there's something underneath your skin. Some sort of strange grayish pink flesh underneath it.
I'm at a loss, guys.
Ellen, why are you looking at your hand? Why don't we just stop conversing with a radio that has no power and just leave? We have a truck down the way. Let's just leave, everyone.
You have a truck? Great. You can make it to the circle. It's time for the ritual. You need to sing your brother down. He's the oldest. He's going through the change.
Okay, wait. You know what? I will humor this insanity. So, Dr. Wells, your brother has to be sent down?
Doctor Who?
Laws, sorry, this whole thing is just stressing me out.
Ah, I get it, yes.
I was afraid once too. I thought I was a monster. You're not a monster. You're something greater than human. All of you are. You're not human, and that's okay.
I'm English through and through. Anyways, human, flesh and blood. Let's just leave here. Let's not humor this. Let's just leave. Come.
Jeffrey is in trouble. You have to go to the circle, perform the ritual, and cut off the shell of skin that he's trapped in to free him.
Ah, of course. It's all coming together now.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about killing someone? Hold up, Jack. You're killing someone? All right, now we gotta report this. We gotta report this to police. All right, we gotta go get Jeff.
No, it won't kill them. They'll live. They'll get to live forever. They'll be born again. You all will come here someday, and then we will all rise again. It's beautiful here.
We gotta go rescue your brother.
You know what? I'd rather live a perfectly normal life as a human than deal with another second of this.
You won't be able to live as a human for much longer. You'll change. We all do.
Fuck you. And Helen genuinely just picks up the radio and fucking throws it out the window.
You do notice that as you're looking around here, there's all of these notes here. And as you're looking around, you see, even as you're throwing away, maybe Jack was going to give you some more stuff here, but there are occult books that are tall. There are 3 books that are called The Great Cycle scattered around the room. There are crazy notes all over the place. There seems to be like diagrams for some sort of transmitter and whatnot. But you just want to leave all this stuff here?
I just grab those and I can read them in the truck.
Oh, definitely bring the transmitter notes. For science.
For science, yes, of course. Helen, your heart seems to have stopped beating. So you guys go back to the truck?
Yeah, I guess so.
Does Helen drop?
No, Helen's walking around.
And she's having a pretty bad time of it, I might add.
You just, her heart stopped beating anymore.
Helen, are you all right?
By the way, as you're leaving, you see a shovel by the door.
Oh, maybe someone should grab that, and we'll take care of that pig when we get back.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. I'll grab the shovel.
You recognize it from a dream. It looks familiar, this shovel. Time seems to have been moving strangely inside that building. The sun has set.
We were only in there for 5 minutes, guys. What in the world just happened?
No, you were in there for a lot longer. And you see, just a little bit further is Castle Rig Circle. It's very close to this house. And you hear music coming from it.
All right, everybody, pile into the truck. We'll go to the circle, pick up Jeffrey, and then get off this island, and then we can go split our ways. That sound fine?
It's not an island.
Absolutely. That is definitely the plan.
Jonesy doesn't know that. He leaves.
Oh, God. Helen's quietly reads the books while we're driving there, or at least skims them.
There is a great cycle. Every 100 years, give or take, the creatures rise up and destroy the works of man. Manistee has been destroyed by these creatures twice before, and soon Manistee will be destroyed again by them. And someday, maybe, the whole world.
Is there anything in the books about how to stop this?
No.
Was there probably something about how to stop this in the notes in the house?
I don't know, you left.
Yes, we did.
You make your way up to the circle. Jeffrey is there. He's laying on the ground in the middle of the circle, screaming, writhing in pain.
Don't worry, Jeffrey. Brother's here.
Help me! Help me!
All right, no, we got to take him to a hospital and figure out what's going on.
Thank God.
Well, give me a couple minutes. We'll pop that shell off and get you in the ground.
You have to help me.
Dr. Laws, we don't pop a shell. Look, we gotta go. Just pick him up.
Jonesy, you heard Jack. It's our destiny.
Yeah, Jack's insane and he's dead. Let's just go pick him up, put him in the truck, and get out of here. I'll grab the shovel just in case things get hairy. Helen, I got a straight razor in my pocket, so grab that just in case too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Helen, when you read about that stuff, sorry, forgot to mention, Stability loss. 7. Wait, how much do you have left?
+1.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally fine with the loss of 7. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, I'm at -6 stability. Anyway, well, since it's become abundantly clear that Helen is not a human, has never been a human, and will soon lose the ability to do anything, including painting, she decides to just, as she's losing her mind, set up an easel, take out a canvas, and start painting the site of this horrible ritual. And maybe the horrible ritual, if the horrible ritual happens.
Excellent. Something for posterity.
Everybody hears Helen just slowly fucking losing it in the background.
It seems like before he had really started losing it, I guess your brother must have set up a fire, or something did. But there's a fire lighting the circle. The shadows are spreading everywhere. And you feel you know what you need to do. All three of you know what you need to do. All right. And it sounds like Jonesy and Dr. Laws are a little bit at odds here. What are you two going to do?
Jonesy is driven by his duty to, make sure this gets reported by the police. And it is the most important thing he has to do. So Jonesy's going to make a beeline for Jeffrey.
Jeffrey lays on the ground screaming in pain, begging for somebody to make it end.
Yep, we'll get this all to end as soon as we get to a hospital.
They can't help me.
They can. There's science.
Jonesy, this is not for the medicine of men. You heard Jack.
Yeah, Jack's dead.
Is he, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
He sure was talking to you, says the voice in your head.
Listen, voice in the head, not the time right now. So,
I think you're gonna regret this.
Jeffrey, you're gonna hate me for at least the next few hours, so...
If you don't let me go, I'm not gonna live! I'm not gonna live another few hours!
You'll live. So I'm gonna burn 3 points of athletics and pick him up.
Yeah, you can haul him to the truck if you'd like. He's screaming in pain the entire time, but yeah.
Yeah, just pick him. I know you're gonna hate me, but you'll thank me later for this.
Dr. Laws, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull out this sacrificial knife and point it at Jonesy. Put my brother down, Jonesy.
Look, Laws, this whole thing is just insane. Look, you're married, right? Still counts?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Think about all the times it can still count if we leave here.
Think about all the times it can count if we're immortal.
But if you're not human, you can't say it still counts. Then it doesn't count.
No, till death do we part, Jeffrey, and if I'm immortal, we will never part.
Well, first of all, we're not married, but I'm flattered. But it still doesn't count if you're not human. We just gotta leave. Helen, back me up on this.
Helen is cheerfully ignoring what she needs to be done and is taking this moment to do her, what she believes might genuinely be her last act as a human being.
I think we may be getting in a scuffle.
Helen, would you like to spend a point of art to make this beautiful, what you're painting?
Yes.
So before you do this, I see you walk and be like, Dr. Laws, are you sure you want to get into this?
Dr. Laws, it seems like he's not listening to you.
Oh.
Oh, it's scuffle time, Jonesy.
You were a good man. All right. So,
I think you need to make a scuffling check.
Okay, then I'll burn 3 more and then roll.
Actually, both of you make a sense trouble check for me. Difficulty 4. Whoever succeeds by more will notice something.
No.
Nice.
Oh, you both tied. Oh, no, actually, no, Jonesy. That was your old roll. Oh, no, Jonesy rolled a 6 plus 3. Jonesy, you did notice that there was a shotgun in the back of the truck.
Okay. So, I don't. I'm still trying to like slowly back towards the truck.
I will say Dr. Laws, because Dr. Laws succeeded, he also knows it's there. If one of you had failed and one of you succeeded, it would have been good. But Laws knows that there's a shotgun there as well. But neither of you are at the truck right now. I actually believe the way the scene would be, Jonesy, you ran out to and are hauling a body, whereas Dr. Laws is a little closer to the truck, but not by much. So if this is going to be a fight, which it sounds like it is, let's see here. Oh, we got to determine who goes first. Yeah, I love this. Players always sort of turn on themselves near the end of this sort of shit. How do we know who goes first? We're going to look at your fighting rating in the skill that you would be using to fight.
I got an 8 in scuffling.
Okay. And Dr. Laws, what do you have? You have a 6?
I have a 6.
Okay. That means Jonesy will have the drop on you if you start fighting. He'll get one move before you get one. Just because he's a little bit more ready to fight.
Even hauling a body?
Yeah, I'm hauling the body.
Ooh, he is hauling it. He would need to drop the body before he could... That would take up most of his time. He would need to do that. But he could do that before you stab him. Jonesy, what would you like to do? As you see Dr. Laws draw his knife and realize, oh shit, it's happening.
Jonesy, how are you gonna get out of this? Okay, so Helen lost her mind. Dr. Laws is a good man. Jeffrey, I don't know you.
Help me!
Alright, I have an idea. Okay, so, Jonesy, in a moment of pure genius, is going to flip Jeffrey around and run towards Dr. Laws with Jeffrey as a shield.
Okay. I think you could do that. Okay. Dr. Laws, what would you like to do?
I guess I'll go for the shotgun.
You can get it.
This is a bad plan, Jonesy.
That's fine. These are all bad plans, and I'm still holding Jeffrey as a shield and running towards Dr. Laws. I'm gonna body slam him.
This isn't at all how my dream went.
Yeah, Jonesy's messing up the dream. Okay, Dr. Laws, are you going to fire?
I think so, yes.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Fuck. Okay. By the way, Helen, if you ever want to chime in or do anything, let me know. But, okay.
Not until this painting's done.
Difficulty 4 to hit your target. Actually, difficulty 5 because there is a body in the way.
Oh, okay, 1 second. And I'm just going to spend 4 points because I have 10 in firearms.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Shotgun. Let's figure out how much. I think you guys are at close range here, and if we've got a shotgun, so that's going to do +3 damage. So roll a d6 and add 3 to it.
7.
Okay. Jonesy, you take 7 damage to your health. How much life do you have left?
I'm at 3. That body took most of it.
Well, no, it didn't. The body did not take it. You made it much harder for him to hit you, is what happened, yeah.
Okay. So I'm within range, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull out that... well, wait, does scuffling count for a straight razor?
That's more of a weapon use check.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but you could use a straight razor, though. You could still use that with scuffling. Yeah, you could use it with scuffling. It's just going to be one more difficulty because it's not quite the actual... You're not trained how to use it.
Yeah, all I'm trying to do is just disarm. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay, you're trying to you're trying to go after his hand to sort of cut it open. Get it... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cut it open and drop the shotgun.
Okay. What is your hit threshold, Dr. Laws? Let's look here.
4.
4, okay. Hit threshold is 4. If you're targeting a specific point, though, that's going to be +1 difficulty, so it will be 5 to cut Dr. Laws' hand, and 1 more difficulty because you're not trained with it, so that'll be 6.
6? So I'll spend 4 points to get me to 6.
Spending 4 points will not get you... I mean, If you roll a 1, you'll still fail.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you fine with that? Okay.
No, 5. No, it'd be 5 points then.
I mean, your call. Okay. We'll make a roll anyway. Okay, there you go. Okay, so a knife is not going to be doing nearly as much damage as a shotgun. A knife is -1 damage, so roll a d6 and then subtract 1, and that's how much damage you'll do. 4 damage to you, Dr. Laws. And also, as he cuts your hand, you see underneath your hand, your skin looks a little weird. But it does seem to be quite as bad as Helen's is. Yeah. By the way, Helen, tell me, what's one of the main features that you're painting right now? What's maybe a highlight of the painting?
Well, right now, to go with the current events, she's added roughly 2 figures battling over a misshapen, wormy body. A little bit of embellishment on the body, but, you know.
Little help, Helen, please.
There's no point to any of this.
Dr. Laws, your hand is injured. You can try to use the shotgun, but it's going to be a +3 difficulty.
Oh, I think, actually, I'm going to pull a scalpel out of my bag.
Oh, okay.
Improvised knife fight.
I mean, you already have a knife, right? You have the sacrificial dagger.
Oh, I'm going for something symbolic here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to hiss into my not brother's ear. I save people. I'm going to save my brother, Jonesy. And I stab him.
Jonesy or your brother?
Oh, Jonesy.
I guess Jonesy is your brother, technically. You stab Jonesy. Okay. Okay, so that'll be a weapon use roll, if you have weapon use, or weapon.
Oh, I do not.
So that'll be a scuffling roll with difficulty increased by 1. So that'll be a 5 to hit. Oh, I guess a 6, because he's still using your brother as cover, so it'll be a 6.
Well, conveniently enough, I have 6 points in scuffle.
We only need to spend 5.
Yeah, my hit threshold is 5.
Oh, well, I'll do that then.
No, it's 6, but because of difficulty. So it's +1 because he is not skilled with the weapon, and +1 because you're using his brother as cover. So it'd be 6, but you'll only need to spend 5 points because you'll roll at least a 1. All right, roll a d6, -1.
Well, good thing I did.
4 damage to you, Jonesy.
Oh, I'm down.
Now I can save my brother.
By the way, we're just assuming your stability. We're not really tracking any of this anymore. It's all gone to shit. Let me tell you what happens when you, what's your health at now? Is it at 0 or is it in the negatives?
Yeah, it's at 0.
It's at 0? Okay. So, you are hurt, and you need to pass a consciousness test. When an investigator receives damage that causes their health pool to cross from 1 to 0, or from -5 to -6, you must pass a conscious test or fate. Difficulty level of the test is the positive value of the amount of health points they currently are below. So it's it's actually a difficulty, we still have 1, so it's a difficulty 1 health test to stay up.
So I just need to roll higher than a 1?
Yeah, which I think you have to roll higher than a 1.
There we go. Hey, got a 5.
Okay, you are still up, but everything else is now +1 difficulty for you, and you're about to, you are very much hurt. And at this point, because you are hurt, your shield sort of breaks free and collapses to the ground. But it is your go.
So, breathing heavy, bleeding all over the place after being stabbed with a scalpel.
And shot.
Jonesy is not going down without, swinging. Even though all this thing's happening, he's denied all this. He is going to deny this just out of spite. And he goes, Dr. Laws, good thing you're a doctor and not a killer. And so he's gonna try to swing at Dr. Laws. All right, yeah, he dropped the knife too, so he's just gonna throw punches. You're gonna catch these hands. So,
Dr. Laws, the threshold would be a 4. Because you are hurt, it's a 5 to hit him.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend all of the rest of my scuffling. I'm gonna say that's a haymaker since it's a 6.
Yes. It's still not a ton of damage compared to, a knife or a shotgun. So scuffling is... Unarmed is a -2 damage. So roll d6 and subtract 2. So that looks like that'll be 3 damage to you, Doc.
All right, that still leaves me at 3 above.
What would you like to do, Doc? Oh, also Helen. Anything you want to do?
Meanwhile, in the background, Helen's still painting. You're doing great, guys. Keep it up. Oh, what's the point?
Dr. Laws?
All right, one more shot with the shotgun. Doctors make mistakes, Jonesy. And I roll dice for that. What's my hit threshold at this point?
So you have firearm skill. His to hit threshold is 4. So it's 4.
Well, I'll spend the points.
That's a success.
And I still got some points left for Helen.
Plus 3 damage.
We're at -4 now.
You need to make another health check. You're okay for now. I mean, you're not okay. You're not. To be absolutely clear, you are not okay. But you're not dead. You see, your shield, Jeffrey, is writhing around on the ground, but he seems to be slowing his movements. You don't know how much longer he has left. He's dying. What do you do, Jonesy?
Okay, so I'm still up?
Technically, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, he rolled really poorly on his shotgun damage.
So Jonesy's still bleeding, probably with buckshot all across his body, and just kind of looks at all this and
You can lay down if you want. You don't have to stay up.
No, Jonesy's he's gonna keep going to the end.
You could run too. You could run.
Did Dr. Laws drop his medical bag?
I don't know.
We can say yes.
All right, so Jonesy's gonna swipe that medical bag and just bolt.
Oh, you're gonna run.
Oh yeah.
Make an athletics test. You can also make do you have fleeing skill? No, you don't have fleeing skill.
I don't even know if that's an actual skill. Is it?
It is an actual skill. At character creation, it costs half as much as athletics, but you can only use it to run away.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't have fleeing. I have athletics, though.
If you would like to flee into the night, difficulty 4, athletics. Actually, difficulty 5 because you are hurt.
Okay, can I swipe that medical bag, though?
Would you let him swipe the bag, or would he need to do something to try to get it?
I think I have other focuses at the moment.
So I'll swipe that bag and dip.
Just run off into the night?
Yeah, with that medical bag, yeah. Okay, cool. So you said difficulty 5?
Because we did so little actual of the physical general abilities, you have all these points to blow at the end here.
So yeah, Jonesy swipes the bag and then just runs, bleeding and crying a little bit.
The shovel's still there.
Well, I guess Helen will have to dig the hole now.
No.
Yeah. Your brother is begging. Please, you have to help me.
I'll drag him back to the circle and retrieve the knife from where I dropped it when he body checked me, and I'll go to work saving my brother.
Helen, are you going to help him dig the hole?
No.
Please, sister, I need it. You can cut open your brother, and if you'd like, you could also try to dig the hole and push him into it, too.
Sure.
This whole ritual has gone weird, but you could do it.
Where are my backup dancers?
Yeah, there's nobody dancing either. They're supposed to be dancing. But you do feel the ground is beginning to rumble a little bit.
I'm just imagining the doctor looking down with a grin, and there's a bunch of sickening wet noises happening as he hacks away.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. There would probably be stability tests, but at this point, it's not a thing.
Stability's for losers.
You can complete the ritual. You do it on your own, but you can.
Perfect.
The last thing you hear your brother say as he looks up to you smiling, "Thank you." And then his body, in the dirt that you dug a little bit of, sinks down into it, as if he's just sinking into water as he is pulled down into it. And you hear the ground begin to shake and rumble. And you have done it. You have saved your brother.
See you soon, brother.
Let's maybe have the camera pan and see what's everybody doing now. Maybe we'll go over to Helen first. Helen, what do you do after all of this is over?
So Helen looks at her painting, her masterpiece, smiles happily. She has created it. It's beautiful and horrifying, grotesque parody of the violent scene that everyone witnessed, she gently puts it back down on the easel, content with what she has made, before walking over to where Jonesy had dropped his straight razor, picking it up, and slitting her own throat.
We now cut down onto the moors to see an injured Jonesy. Or we don't even need to see that. When's the next time we see Jonesy? What's the continuation of Jonesy's story?
Kind of like a flash of different things. So you see Jonesy gets pretty clear of everything that's happening, and he kind of feels the ground shaking as he's bandaging himself up and just kind of like doing his best with first aid that he knows. And then a few days later, you see him just kind of like trying to tell police what the heck just happened. And but they don't believe him because, you know, he's a hobo. So he just kind of like is lost, dazed, and confused because the reality of all of this is kind of sank in. And you see him just walk off and disappear in London.
It will be your turn soon. Dr. Laws, it's not your time. It's not your time yet. But what do you do?
Well, I think wrapping up, we see Dr. Laws on the phone with his wife, Cynthia. Cynthia, you wouldn't believe the last couple days. It's been amazing. We'll have to come back here sometime. Bring the kids.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. I never thought about the fact that you had... Oh, Jesus. And that has been The Dance in the Blood.
Thanks for listening, boils, ghouls, and boos. I'm sticking with it. I hope you liked our first arc. It was a blast to play. Did you like it? And what sort of horror games would you want us to play in the future? Let us know on the brand new Daniel's Dread Tales Discord. You can find a link to it in our episode description or on our Twitter, which is a pretty good place to follow us anyway, at Dan's Dread Tales. All one word. The two best ways you can help our podcast grow is to review us on your podcast platform of choice with 5 stars, because that's how the cursed algorithm we struggle with works, and to tell a friend about the show. Our cast this week included, again, Nathan, who is part of the excellent podcast Kingdom Hearts, A Forgotten Era, which you can find on Twitter at KH_AFE and wherever podcasts are found. Russell wanted me to recommend the punk/metal band Kill Matilda from Vancouver instead of talking about them. So I just did that. And Dominic said he doesn't really want to be on a lot of games in the future and just wants to edit the show. So I hope you enjoyed him as Jonesy. And I hope you're also enjoying him putting the show together. Hi, Dominic. And you can find me on Twitter at LOTR_Dan. We'll see you all in 2 weeks on February 24th for a brand new episode in a brand new system. It's going to feature a pair of guests you may recognize from my previous podcast. That's right, it's a mini reunion of Wrath and Story when Jay and Andrew join me for a game of Final Girl. And actually, join us next week for a special off-week retrospective episode about our first game. Have a spookity day, everyone. Goodbye.